Hello everyone. The topic that we are continuing today is email writing. And in email writing, in our previous lectures, we have done different kinds of emails and also how to write email and what are the different parts of an email. Now, I'll give you some tips to write an email and under different heads what should be written. That should be clear to you first. So, let's know how to write an email. Now, tip number 1, and this is regarding the subject. The most important thing, as I told you in my previous lecture, subject. Now, when you write subject, 3 things should be kept in mind. First is, it should be brief. Brief in the sense it should be very short, as short as possible, from 1 word to 2 words or 3 words, 4 maximum. Just don't exceed 4. Then comes the second point that should be kept in mind. It should give a clear clue about means the content what you are writing should be made clear through this subject. So a clue to your content should be given in your subject. Then it might not require a complete sentence. It's not compulsory to write a complete sentence. If you want to, make it very brief, very short, or does not matter if you do not write a complete sentence. So it need not be a complete sentence. Right? So these 3 things should be kept in mind while writing the subject. Then tip number 2, and this is regarding the salutations. When I say salutations means when you refer to somebody, when you say hi, hello, or when you start a conversation, what do you say to somebody? So for that, we use dear sir, or if you know, then ma'am. Or if you don't want, then just write the first name of the person. Now, first name of the person, and as I'm writing it here, it can be in the case of very informal kind of emails, wherein you can write just the name of your friend or someone who's with you, whom you're very close to. You can just write the name of that person, dear so-and-so, dear XYZ. So you can just write the name of the person, first name of the person, then sir or ma'am. Or even if you are writing a business mail or professionally if you are writing, dear Mr. So-and-so, or even the surname can be used there. Dear Mr. Bhatia, like that, even you can use. Right? So, salutations was the second tip that you can take care of. Tip number 3. It's regarding the opening statement. Now, opening statement means when you start the mail, you don't jump into or jump onto the content or the subject that you want to refer to. You first start a polite conversation. So for starting a polite conversation, you need to greet the person, or some pleasantry note should be there before you start or jump onto the topic. Exactly. So it should open with greeting or pleasantry statement, right? Moreover, when you are replying to somebody, when you are replying, or it's a mail, a reply mail, then on replying, you should thank the person. Say thank you to the person, right? And thank you, or you can also write, I received your mail, I received your message or mail. So that should be there. Means thank you, please, kindly should be used for making your language better and soft, right? So thank you. I received your message or mail should be added. Then once you are through with your opening statement, tip number 3. After tip number 3 comes tip 4. Now the tone and the clarity. Clarity and tone. Right? So when we talk about clarity or tone, which as I have already told you, it should be softer, right? So when you expect a reply from the other person, so when reply is expected, you can write, please let me know. A sentence like that, or kindly revert back, kindly revert back, or please let me know. Such kind of sentences should be used. So again, I would stress on words like please, kindly, thanks. Such words should be included in your emails. Now, apart from this, when you want someone's help or assistance in something, so when you want help, please or kindly. Again, I would stress on this, please or kindly should be used. Right? So these things should be kept in mind when I talk about clarity and tone. Now that would make your tone softer and would give more clarity on what you want to say. Right? Now apart from these 4 tips, I would like to give you 2 more, and that is on the paragraphs, the number of paragraphs you and how you can manage those paragraphs and how you should organize those, and the complementary clause that we have. So let's move on to the next part, and that is the paragraphs. So tip number 5 is on paragraphs. Right? So tip number 5 is paragraphs. Now how to organize the paragraphs. Now First and foremost thing when you are actually dividing the paragraphs or organizing the paragraphs, the first paragraph, the main idea, what you want to convey should be in a separate paragraph, right? So, main idea should be in separate paragraph. Right? Moreover, when you are writing the paragraphs, you should use complete sentences. And you should not use SMS language. Now, when I talk about SMS language, these days it has been observed that students, even while writing their paper in exams, they do use SMS language. Like for writing you, they will write you. That shouldn't be done. Even this is very common while people write emails. In emails, people do write SMS language, they use it. But email etiquette say that you should not use SMS language while writing emails. You should use complete sentences. The sentences could be short and concise, brief, but do not use SMS language. SMS language actually corrupts your language. So that should not be used. So after this, let's move on to the next thing, and that is very common again and very important also. Bolds. The entire mail should never be in bold. So why it should not be in bold? The person who is sending might think that it is the most important thing, that's why I'm sending it in bold. Or sometimes it happens by mistake that the person types ignorantly, the person types it in bold letters. But that actually shouts at the person who is reading it. Your mail, if it is written in bold letters, will shout at the person. So this shows that you are stressed and you are actually pouring out your stress on the other person. So that should not be done. So the email should not be written in bold letters. Right? Strictly, it should not be there in bold letters. Right? Now, apart from these 5 tips, the 6th one that I would like to share with you would be about the complementary clause. When I say complementary clause, it refers to once you are over with your message that you want to convey, the ending that comes means the complementary clause. It should have regards, or you can also write with warm regards, means you can write with warm regards. You can also write thanks and regards. In a more formal way, but if you want to write in an informal way, so you can even say like love and then write the name of the person. Or you can, instead of love, you can also write as if you are talking to the person, bye, see you, and all that kind of stuff you can write here. But again, I would say, make sure that you do not use SMS language. So that can be used in such a way. So this is actually few tips that I have given you for writing emails, a perfect email. In our next lecture, we will do one sample email. Thank you.